Katie, how you doing? You think
Yeah.
you think we can figure out how to work this thing? It's very complicated, but I think we can. What do you think?
Yeah.
Think so, Katie? Say something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
This was a test. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to Craig Back Show.
All right, because, hey, this is reality. I read this on Facebook the other day.
Go into this bad boy. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Right. Let me see. I got this new little gadget here. Let me.
Yeah, dude. Pump
What
up
you been
the. Huh?
So, what you been up to today?
Working, emails, editing. You know what is it? Same shit, different day.
Well, that works pretty good. I think
How about-
that is,
How about you?
I've been busy. Sorry, I had to push it back just a little bit. So,
You're fine. Can you hear me? Wait. Okay. Hold on. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. I can see you. Can you
hey.
Yes. Okay. How do I end this other? I'm gonna end this other chat. Hold on.
Control Alt Delete. I don't know. There we go. Unplug it and plug it back in.
Right. Hold on. I don't want to delete you. Whatever. We'll have your whoever. Yes. Can you hear me?
I can. I like your fancy background.
Thank you so much, dude. It's a work in progress. I've got all my old CDs on the wall.
That TLC, T-Bon's Lisa Left Eye and Chile.
Probably. Probably I gotta add some more here, but what's up? Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, and you can curse. Everyone always asks me if they can curse. Please curse. And I will go over the hour mark, okay?
Okay, and this is my first time, so light some candles, play a little Boys to Men, and be gentle.
Yes, I will. Okay, so welcome to the Katie Black Show, the YouTube version. So you gotta turn into the YouTube channel, y'all, okay? Right, Adam?
That's exactly correct. Like, subscribe, and yeah, I don't know how that.
Yes! Comment. Okay, well, like I said, welcome to the Katie Black Show. I'm with a very special guest. Sometimes I do this. Would you have the honor of introducing yourself to the audience?
My name is David Adam Shepard. I go by Adam. David was given to me by my father with a chance of diabetes. That's the only two things he ever gave me. But
Shout out.
Shout out to Big Ups, wherever he's at.
Okay, dude, let's tell the audience who's, watching or maybe has it on in the background. What is the connection of how we know each other?
So there's this young lady named Ashley, but she likes to go by Allie. And a few years back, I had the fortunate pleasure of calling her a girlfriend, but now she's a dear friend.
Aww.
And I through you because I randomly met up with them at a Bloody Mary bar, which was very bougie. And then I ran into you at a fancy movie night for a local producer. And you were just like, what are you doing here? And
you're like, yo, dude, I live here, bitch. I live here, right?
And you're welcome. Here comes some sweet ass memes.
Oh my God. Okay. So yes. So mutual friend. And then I'd say a couple years later, went to this movie premiere tell me where it was at.
Salisbury, North Carolina, home of Food Line, Chairwine, Big Ups to
What
those
up?
two. Yeah. And we were at Fishbowl after the premiere at the Maroney Theater.
Yes. And so who did you know that was there? Or is the question who did you not know?
So I actually knew who Jacques was, but I didn't know Jacques. And so that evening, for whatever reason, I got a ticket that said, hey, I've got an extra ticket. Would you like to come sit with me? And I said, well, I was supposed to be coming to this anyway, previously through someone else. And I got stopped, and I was like, shit, I'll go. And so I didn't have any clue what it was, but come to find out, the final scene, my former house was in it because like 3 years earlier when they were filming it, Ariala, as I'm pulling in with $300 worth of groceries, says, you can't park in your driveway. We're filming at your neighbor's house. So I had to park 4 blocks down because I'm scared shitless of Ariala. And
Holy shit.
so my house was in it at the time. I just didn't know it.
Very cool. What'd you do with those $300 worth of groceries?
I probably ate them all in one setting whenever I got them home because I don't keep food in the house. So
Wait, seriously?
yeah, it's because I'll eat it.
So what, you just you love to eat out?
Yeah, I eat out because cooking for one is hard to do, and I'll snack. I'm a snacker.
I feel you. Me too.
Yeah.
I love trail mix. Do you?
I'm not a big trail mix person, but it's like if I'm not snacking, I'm a monster. Without my cookies, I'm just a regular monster,
I feel you. Okay, so Adam, were you born and raised in Salisbury, or I always ask people where they're from?
I was born in Salisbury, but I was raised in this really big city called Rockwell, North Carolina. You might have drove through it if you're going to Myrtle Beach. We've got 3 stoplights and 7 barbecue restaurants.
What up?
And Food Line.
Shout out Food Line, right? I love Food Line.
And which, speaking of Food Line, Hidden Valley Ranch 4 for $5.
Right now, it's a
Right
deal.
now, they straight up told me that was for my Christmas and my birthday present, like my mom used to.
Okay, so what was growing up in what was that growing up there like? Like I said, no matter who I talk to, I want to know what's up.
Sandlot. It basically was that. Everybody was across the board, and the funny thing is, out of my group, the best athlete looked just like Benny the Jet Rodriguez. And Caleb Miller shot out. But we all rode around on our bicycles, and we all were the kids that either had one parent or we were not above the rich line, but the other was, but we were really good at sports. And we transferred that to college because we all pretty much went to school together as well. So,
how many of them are there? Like, how many kids?
I'd say it was probably 11 of us. We called ourselves the Palmer Circle Gang, the PC Gang. And so when we went to college, I'd say 6 or 7 of us went to college together. So we would play intramurals, or we would always be against the fraternity guys. So we were the group that you hung out with when you got done dating fraternity guys. We just didn't take part.
That's hilarious. Wait, so I randomly will ask dudes this. Did you guys ever try to light your farts on fire?
No, we didn't do that. We were actually pretty not dumb. We just sound so dumb.
Well, when I was I've always tried. I've never tried to light my farts on fire, but I've tried to always kind of lean into the fireplace.
No, we did a lot worse than that, but I never tried lighting our farts on fire. But kudos to you for that.
Adam.
Yes, ma'am.
What sign are you?
A Capricorn, I believe. Yes, I'm a Capricorn.
And so do you play into any of that, or?
No, my thought process is that you can make, I'm a rat on a Chinese placemat thing from, 1984 big ups. Just not.
What up, 80? Oh, well, you said 84. Okay, sorry. In my head, I heard 87.
No, I'm 84. I'm just not compatible with dragons or monkeys. But, chicks all the time, astrology girls, they'll be like, oh, I ran over your car and slept with your dad. Sorry, I'm a Capri Sun. So, no, not into that.
It's a good one. Okay, so I always ask people this, we're in, we are the millennial generation. A broken record. It's if you're born between 81 and 96. Yes. So again, do you play into stereotypes of that generation, or what you hear about millennials, or what you don't hear?
Oh, I don't. And the reason, I can say this much. I find the earlier version of that, you're kind of caught in between 2 things. One, we played outside. I didn't have a cell phone, didn't have a computer. I still know all my friends' home phone numbers. So Greg Simpson, 279-5475, what's the name? 279 fart. We had all that stuff labeled down, but we also were the first ones that got technology. So Nintendo's, Game Boys, Super Nintendo, PlayStation. But I also can relate to the, a little bit younger millennials where I hate the fact that, we went through college and then I get out of college and then there's an economic crash and then there's something else and then there's another crash and then there's everything. And all of a sudden we're supposed to have our life together, but we've dealt with more shit than anyone else has dealt with and, or just pick ourselves up by the bootstraps. But no, I don't play into that so much, but, I can say that, I'm glad that I grew up when I did latchkey, get on your bicycle, leave in the morning, come home when the street lights came on. But I really get aggravated when people say millennials. But at the same time, I've heard younger people that are on the tail end of the millennial thing kind of play into that too.
Right.
So no, I don't. So I don't know what that little genre is at the beginning, but that's where I was. But I can relate to being blamed for stuff that I didn't do.
Yes, mic drop. Literally,
Yeah.
I connect to that.
Yeah. So that was the thing. Like, you know what? You could go and work for $15 an hour and afford to pay for your family and buy a house, that kind of stuff. Whereas, yeah, that's not the case. So I do get aggravated.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
But I also don't say, okay, boomer, because I went to a club not too long ago and I felt so freaking uncomfortable. I'm like, I feel old.
old. Yeah. The boomer thing, I don't know. I try not to, just because I connect to my parents and they're boomers, or well, technically my dad more so, but I don't know. I guess everyone.
Your parents, what year were they born in?
My dad was born in
No joke. My mom was 4. All right.
What
I got
up?
you.
What up? What up? And my mom wouldn't want me to say what year she was born, but she was born in the 50s.
In fact, my mom was born in 1993.
Well, damn. How'd you happen in 84 then?
A magic trick. I'm baby Jesus.
Okay, so have you seen a ghost or something unexplained you can share? Yes,
and I will say this: I used to not be cool with that. Like I would be like, ghosts don't exist, but I did used to get scared of Nickelodeon's "Are You Afraid of the Dark?" And I did own a bunch of Goosebumps. But I lived in a house that when I moved in, this was probably about 8 years ago in Fulton Heights. Someone told me that house used to be haunted, and I was like, whatever. And so in my house, I had a bookcase built into the little dining room area, and it was about 3 feet deep. And I had a vase, and I had a cookie jar. And let me see if I can turn this around. I'll show you. Same Raphael cookie jar.
What up?
But that vase weighed about 30 pounds. And in the middle of the night, there is, that's a little leap. I went Ferngully on you there. In the middle of the night, that vase fell into the floor. And I immediately looked for my dog, and my dog immediately looked at me. R.I.P. Hurley. But I didn't move. I covered up, and I just laid there. And I came back in, and in the morning, there's a big-ass vase on the floor, shattered. And I didn't talk to anybody for like 2 days because I may or may not have just been super scared. So I'm not saying there's a ghost, but we haven't had an earthquake since like 2010 in Rowan County.
And so it's just basically like, yeah, like how did that happen?
How did that happen? So I do now just was like, okay, you know what? Somebody used to live here. Maybe that's what's up. But, you know, I'm not really a religious person, but I did watch X-Files many times. So I ain't trying to make anybody mad.
Right. Well, thank you for sharing. But going back to Are You Afraid of the Dark? Is there an episode that you can share that really stands out?
No, it was just so long ago. I would get scared and I would turn it on and then I would turn it off. And when I say I watched it, I lied to you. I turned it on and listened to it, then I turned it back.
I was going to say, okay, even though you didn't watch it, did you ever hear about the dollhouse one where like the girl goes to visit like her grandparents or her aunt and uncle, and like her friend next door is all of a sudden missing. They don't know where she went. Does that ring a bell or not at all?
I don't know that one. I don't. And so when I can tell you, I can't speak to that, but I just remember I was younger. I would turn that on. And, you know, little dolls always scared me because of Chucky. So I probably would have been freaked out.
Same with my sister. Same with my sister. Chucky like did something to her. It took her a while to recover.
we had a Teddy Ruxpin that would scare the hell out of me in the middle of the night. One time, I'll tell you this story. One time when I was a little kid, Teddy Ruxpin and the little cricket doll would say, "Won't you play with me?" And so I heard it talking. I saw my mom take the batteries out of the back of it, and I went to sleep. I didn't see my mom put the batteries back in it. So when I got up to go to the bathroom, it was like, "Won't you play with me?" And I may or may not have not made it to the bathroom to use the bathroom.
How many times do you think that happened?
That only happened once, but it was enough to scare the living
Shit out of you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God. No words.
No, not at all.
No words on this end.
Are you a ghost person?
I'm a ghost hunter. No, I'm just kidding. I mean,
You're
yeah, well, I just,
I heard something. What was that?
no, I mean, I guess my thing is, it's not that like I've had all these crazy ghost encounters. It's just that like I believe I just believe more people have had those experiences than maybe the public would like to let on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. Is this Polar Pop Circle K approved?
Yes. Do you want to tell the audience what's in it?
That's a little crushed ice with a little Coke Zero.
What up?
Slap.
What up?
Little aristocrat rum.
What up? What up? Okay, so going back to like your 11 like bestie friends, are y'all
Yes.
still a unit?
Yes, we are. We're in each other's weddings. We still go to each other's kids' birthday parties. I'm Uncle Shep to a lot of them. I'm the only one that's kept my jeans in the closet, no kids. So I'm Uncle Good Time. But yes, we're all text messages. We all do fantasy football. We do each other's birthday parties and stuff. And then when people get married, we go on trips and stuff like that.
Okay, so any thoughts on like a lot of Yankees moving down to North Carolina or the South in general? Any thoughts on that?
I got no problem with that whatsoever because it's flipping awesome here. When I was in college, we had a lot of friends from like Connecticut, Genuina, Sandy Love Casino, and we would wonder why they were down here, but tuition was so expensive up there. And so, living in Charlotte was a transplant city. And so I've got no problems with that. People, they move down here and they realize how, things can be a little backwards at times, but also people are super friendly. And so, yeah, I've got no quarrels with that. And I've got a lot of friends here now where I live in Salisbury. Honestly, the people that I hang out with and I'm friends with, they're not from here. They have all moved here. And so I'm perfectly fine with that.
It's the way of life now, right?
Yeah. And I figured, you bring stuff from a different area to me that, betters me. And I teach you about Fried Ochre Ranch and the good stuff,
What's poppin'? So, did you go to UNC Charlotte?
I did. I went to App State for 2 years, and then I transferred and did 1 year at Rowan Cabarrus Community College, and then I went to UNC Charlotte. I went to college long enough to be a doctor, I think, twice. But hey, came out and did a little elementary school work, and then got into the internet world, and that's where I'm at now.
Dude, are you an IT dude?
No, I sell technology, but I am not a techie person. I like to tell people I got a doctorate in sales and people and a really advanced high school diploma in technology.
I love it. What was the college experience like for you?
So App State, I went to App thinking that it was going to be Animal House. And it wasn't. College, you actually have to go to class. And if you skip classes, the way I always thought it was like you paid for karate lessons and didn't go. And so I just wasn't happy. I was super overweight. I could have been a before model for a little bit, probably for like Hydroxycut or Lean Cuisine.
Stop. Well, I mean, like, because I always say like people are like, oh, I'm overweight, but like, what's overweight or like how much weight did you lose?
I have extreme chicken legs too. So any weight all is up in here. I probably weigh 225, 230, and on me, 225, 230 looks like a totally different person.
Right.
So like I weigh 170 something now, but then yeah, I got to college and that meal plan, that Bush Light diet, but I didn't ski and I wasn't a big smoker. So the app fun scene wasn't really for me, even though I made some great friends, but I made a decision to transfer and I was super happy. And so I moved home for a year. And then I went to UNC Charlotte, and I loved it. I was more of a city person than I was a thing, even though I loved App.
Right.
But
No, I get it. I get it.
it wasn't my gig. I wasn't in a good place.
I feel you. Well, a lot on the show, I ask people that have lived here or have always lived here or just moved here. What do you think of like all the growth that's happened, or maybe even some stuff that happened while you were there?
So at UNC Charlotte, now that I go back, I look at UNC Charlotte, and I the place that I was at. Honestly, I see maybe where all my tuition money went, but I definitely all the fancy new buildings, and it's just apartments in Charlotte. It is nothing but apartments, and it almost feels, university area is a unique spot. That's not really where I would want to be now, but there's nothing wrong with the university area. I still go back occasionally and take a look at it. But I mean, you go to like Elizabeth, you go to South, like everything is just apartments, and it's almost like the character, and then even like middle class gentrification. Forget lower class gentrification. It's just you want to be here. Let's throw out the same cookie cutter apartment. Luckily, if where I live at now, and hence why I like living here, it's still got character. And that's why I stay here. People ask me, I'm a big proponent of downtown. Sorry, my family's blowing me up on the text there.
Oh, you're fine.
It's got character. We've got, and I can't say this word correctly, theater,
Whatever. I know what you mean.
Yeah, but we've got local that. We've got, a big Salisbury pride here. We've got everybody supports local. And inside the city limits is a very like incubator for progressive thoughts. Whereas, not everything is as progressive as I would like it to be at times. But here, we really do look after each other, and I like where I'm at now. But the growth really hasn't hit here where I'm at in regards to changing things. But Charlotte, I don't even recognize it.
But do you think it's like almost like in a bad way? Like it's
in a bad way. I'll say it is. But you when you've got something good, people want to get to it. It's like whenever you've got and I give just an example, like people in Charleston are like, Charleston sucks, don't come here, it's horrible, because people want to experience it. But you like Noda. Noda was cool because it was different. Now it's not really that different. What's your thoughts on that?
What, just on Charlotte?
Yeah, on Charlotte.
It's like how much I always say, like, how much time do you have?
And we got a soccer team now. Hey,
you know what's so funny is like I'm glad that'll bring money and like community. Like I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. My whole thing is like there's only one football, okay, and it's on Sundays.
Football Americano.
Sorry, I've just never been a soccer person. I mean, are you
freedom fries? I hear you.
Right? Like, sorry, dude. Like, only one football.
Yeah, I got you. I say it like I know what I'm talking about, but yeah, I just. Yeah,
no, but obviously. Yeah. I mean, it is exciting. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be a total hater. It's not something that, like, it was like such a big thing here in town. And actually, as we record, I think it was last Saturday. It's like my sister and I. Did you go?
No, I saw it. It's the largest MLS, 70-something thousand people. It's the largest crowd. And the lady singing the national anthem, her microphone went out. So the entire crowd sang. And you should YouTube that. That's pretty cool.
Which is kind of awesome. But like the conspiracy theorist in me, it's like, did her mic really go out? Like, did y'all just want that moment to get picked up? But
it was like, I'm going Fergie on this. And they're like, nope, not this time. And they hung it up.
If you don't know that pop culture pun, please.
Yes.
With Fergie and sit back. But as far as Charlotte, like in a nutshell, like it's crazy. Like, but
I have off notifications. Wanda on Match.com just like me. I won't tell.
Well, tell us about Wanda. Tell us.
She's got bad. All I can tell you right now.
Tell us about like your matching experiences. Any crazy stories you want to share?
No, honestly, I've got some very good friends from online dating. The one I've had the most success over the years was Match, because you get what you pay for. They've got a job and some sort of education. But no, I've got some friends that long-term friends. that I'm still friends with till to this day. We were great. The only bad date I ever went on was the girl was extremely rude to the waitress / bartender, and that's my big pet peeve. And so when the girl went to the bathroom, I went ahead and paid for our drinks and food, and let her, the waitress, tell the girl no that her date left her because she was an asshole to her. And so when I came back in 2 weeks later, the waitress was like, "That's the best tip I've ever gotten in my life." And so, no, just don't be rude to the waitstaff. That's not mine. No.
Good for you. That's amazing.
Yeah, I never came up missing or putting the lotion on the skin does as he's told or anything like that.
No, but so many things I can say. But like my thing is like, yeah, like if you're rude to the wait staff, like you're just an asshole in general, right? It's a quick mirror to who they are.
Oh yeah, you find out who people are by how they treat wait staff or how they act at a 4-way stop sign. I figure that's the 2 most telling ways.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, do you use your blinker?
I always use my blinker, and if you don't, screw you, because if I'm coming out the parking lot and you're telling me you're slowing down, your ass better slow down. So I don't. Yeah, I'm a big blinker. Like, yeah.
Okay.
A big blinker?
I do. I really do. Like no matter like if I'm speeding, if I'm not, if I'm in a grumpy mood, I always use my blinker. I do.
Do you rage or are you a mile per hour driver?
Say that again?
Are you a road rager or are you a mile per hour driver?
I'm somewhere in between.
So you're like 9, you're fine, 10, you're mine. Like I'm going to go over, just not too much over.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
I got you.
How about you?
I'm a middle lane kind of guy. Like I'm not trying to go slow on the outside, but I'm not trying to be, cold Days of Thunder on the inside.
That's good. I feel like that's a good. Now, granted, if you'd asked me that 10 years ago, I was probably a rager. I was a rager.
If going slow was a small and going fast was a medium, I'd be a medium.
That's good. That's good. Speaking of other random things, do you have a favorite ice cream flavor?
I'm not a big, contrary to popular belief, this waistline comes from ranch and rum. I do love an hour later and a sweet tart, but I'm not a big ice cream person. How about you? Are you a Rocky Road or a double chocolate brownie fudge?
I switch it up. Like I've never really fucked with Rocky Road. I'm just like I love Ben and Jerry's, but I also love I just love it all depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Kind of like
I'm a popsicle Billy kind of guy.
I'm not a popsicle person. Honestly, if I'm having a popsicle, like I'm on a diet.
Well, popsicle and there was 2, I'd share one with you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, like sharing is caring, right?
How about Laffy Taffy? Do you like banana flavored?
Not a Laffy Taffy person, but I love the song.
Oh, you're gonna shake it, that Laffy Taffy. Okay, I got you.
Literally. How do you think like what's the best way to twerk?
Well, under the influence, I would guess would be the number 1 way. Away from your parents, number 2, and probably after a bad divorce.
Right. But I'm saying like do you think there's a right like rhythm?
Well, I'm all gut and no butt, so I cannot shake it very well.
It's my thing is like you have to literally like put your feet.
Can you pop, lock, and drop?
I can when I'm like, I mean, obviously I'm not going to do it right now, but like the best way is honestly either submit your feet
on air. There we go. So.
Yeah, right. Can you imagine? Submit your feet in the ground and then just like up and down, but like back.
Okay. So like wet cement or hard cement?
Both.
Okay.
One wet, one soft, one wet, one hard. And then the other best way is literally if you're like at a place where they don't care about the way that like their walls look, is to literally like get on your hands and then like back it up on the side of the wall.
Okay. I see that with a bunch of little shorts that say precious or sweetie or yes, I got you.
Or you know what's even better is like I'm going through a Care Bear nostalgia phase, like 2 Care Bears on each ass.
Okay. Well, speaking of Care Bears, big ups to one of my friends that I said was in the Sandlot, Greg Simpson, in college. He had Care Bear sheets. And that was honestly a lady puller. And who would have ever thought that?
That is so funny. Wait, was he literally in the Sandlot? Or he's just your Sandlot?
He's our Sandlot. No, he wasn't in. Yeah, those guys are like 75 years old, but that was the greatest movie of all time.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. It's like saying like, oh, I haven't. Okay, so I haven't purchased this like new upgrade. So now they've like time slotted me as how long I can go. So it's like, let me see what time it is. Okay, I guess that's not too bad. So I have got 10 more minutes, Adam.
Okay. So I guess the important questions would be like sweet tarts or sprees. So yes, sweet tarts, paper or plastic, paper, except when I'm telling people that when I'm shopping, plastic. Favorite Ninja Turtle, Raphael now, probably Leonardo as a kid. Team Edward or Jacob, probably Team Edward, but Bella just wanted her cake and to eat it too.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I'm trying to think all the other big questions you have to ask.
Wait. So have you ever had a stalker?
I've always wanted one. I've never had one. It's kind of like I always wanted a cast in elementary school so that everybody could sign it, yearbook,
Aww.
or wanted to be the new kid so you could date out of your league for about a week or two. And then, but no, I never had a stalker. I had somebody on Facebook that liked everything.
But never like followed you around?
No, I wish.
Okay, I haven't asked this in a minute, but what would happen, or I don't know if you've experienced it before, where you know your friend is being cheated on? Is that a conversation you sit down with your friend and tell, or do you not say anything?
That is most of the time the person that reports it gets blamed. But I've had it in the past where I've told my very best friend in the world that he was being cheated on, and I would want to know because it sucks. It literally sucks beyond belief. So yes, I would want to know, and I would, if it was a good friend. If it was an acquaintance, I might hint to their good friend and be like, "You face the fight." Yeah.
How'd your friend like basically, as I've been asked this, the feedback that I've gotten is like you tell your friend, but you like make sure like you had to have seen it. Do you agree?
Well, at the time, this was in college, and I don't think that they would mind me saying. Two of our friends got a note on a car saying, "Our roommate is your friend's girlfriend, and she has been having men come to the home." And my friend was like, "Should we tell him?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're going to have to." And I mean, he was responsible. I mean, it sucked. Like there was no way around it, but it's tough. Yeah. You want to make sure for sure that it's happening, but it's up to that person, how they react.
That's fair. That's fair.
Not.
I'm just like marinating. So, how many people do you think's too many to like? If someone was like, "Yo, what's your number?" Like, at what point is the number like too big?
Don't ask questions you're not prepared for the answer for. And a lady never asks, and a gentleman never tells. Or if you want to go American Pie, the guys were back in the day, you'd say more and the girl would say less. But I don't give a damn. None of us are sweet baby Jesus. We all got here honestly, know how this works.
Oh,
yeah,
dude. Have you ever thought about going into like political office?
I ran for I ran for vice president in 8th grade and lost to Brianna Mundy. Big ups to Brianna. But I was in student council. But yeah, I thought about it. But I'm pretty sure every day 12 years ago on Facebook reminds me I would get in trouble.
Mm-hmm. But who cares, dude? My thing is like, this is not political at all. But my thing about like the positive about Trump is that like your history like actually doesn't matter if you like get elected.
Yeah, I mean that's going forward with that. MySpace is gone. Nobody saw who was in my top 8. Nobody's going to get upset.
That's hilarious. Do you miss MySpace?
Yeah, it's somewhere out there. Papa Roach is still playing with a beer bottle in the background when I was 21 and logged off, and I don't know my login.
Okay, pop culture. I always ask this towards the end. Who like was an artist or a band that you just loved so much that you had posters of, or that you went to a concert, something?
I never had posters, but Boys to Men. Boys to Men. Water Runs Dry.
Oh, yes.
Slow dancing in middle school. That's what I ran on trying to be vice president. I promised more middle school dances. You would have thought. You would have thought that would have won. I put up little posters that said sex. Now that I got your attention, vote Adam Shepard. They took them all down. So that's why we didn't win. But
that's hilarious.
And I was middle school through high school, but then anything 80s and 90s hip hop in mid conversation, I can throw lyrics into. Yeah, so I'm a big lyrical poet. That sounds like a redneck.
I love it. Yeah, Boys to Men, dude. Like, how just like just how nostalgic and just all that shit. Like, or even too, I'm like, oh my god, I'm in 3rd grade singing like "I'll Make Love to You."
Like you want me to the end of the night. Yeah. So I didn't understand the words a lot of times, but like, you know, my first ever CD was Warren G Regulators. And so that was and then first cassette tape was Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back. But I never really got into like Blink or any of that kind of stuff. And I wasn't a Kurt Cobain guy. Like I was a lover. Like, let me put on my headset and hug a pillow.
Down.
Yeah, you know, that kind of stuff.
Did you ever have any Beanie Babies?
I was not a Beanie Baby guy. I had baseball cards and basketball cards and action figures. No Diana's over here to make me rich.
I know, right? Dude, I still wish I had one, but I still wouldn't have sold it. But anywho, since we're like, I'm assuming you're a Carolina Panther fan?
Giant Carolina Panther fan. Yeah. Duke, and I just hit puberty there, so I apologize where I went. Yeah.
Hey, get it.
Hey, I know. You got to grow up one day. And, you know, favorite quarterback, I don't care what anybody says, was Jake Delhomme. You know?
Thank you, dude. If Megan's listening, dude, Megan always gives me shit, dude, that I loved. I still have a sweatshirt that I, like, loved him. I'm like, what was wrong with him?
Mom, don't listen to this. There's still a stripper out there named Portia that has a Jake Delhomme jersey after the game because I took that Uptown Cabaret get in free with the ticket. It was for the buffet, not for the boobies.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, no, I'm a big Panther fan, Duke fan, Charlotte Hornets, go LJ. Grandmama for the house.
Any thoughts on like this past season of like bringing? I've only got 3 minutes, but any past?
Well, we retreaded. That's fine. I think that you know, I'm cool with the owner on some of his ambitions. I don't think it really did anything for us. I think that they're wanting to win now fast and, you know, give it time. We're kind of one of those franchises that does like this. We've had extreme lows, but we've been to the Super Bowl twice since I've been a fan. And so we could be worse. We could be Lions fans.
That's right, dude.
We're definitely Lion and Chiefs fans. That's for sure. I'm a pro fan, meaning I'm always happy no matter what.
So positive.
Try to be.
So positive. That's awesome. Well, shout out Panthers. You guys broke my heart for a while now, but I'm still cheering.
Hey, you do that. So you've switched over to the YouTube.
I am. I mean, I'm on YouTube, have been for like a little over a year, but I'm trying to. You're one of the first ones I've had in a minute, dude. So congrats, dude. I'm gonna start pushing it out, man. So it's like, hey, you guys, you want to find it?
Keep pushing the limits. When OnlyFans hits the market, you know, I probably won't be on that one, but you know, I'll come in guest speaker.
Who knows, dude? If gas keeps like up, I might start like manicure the fuck out of my toes and put my toes up on there.
I've got pretty feet. Don't think I've got some pictures on this selfie. Don't scroll right. You will find some feet.
Adam, or better known as I found out, Uncle Shep. Is that correct?
That is. And big ups to my sponsor, Reebok, was Adidas, All Day I Dream, Adam Shepard. No, Reebok doesn't. No, it's cool.
Adam Shepard. Okay, real quick, I got a minute left. Want to shout out your social media or?
Yeah, you can find me at Adam Shepard on Facebook, Adam96674 on Gmail, 0884 on my cell phone, or Adam96674 on Match.com.
It's ending, man. Well, I appreciate you so much, and I'll keep in touch when it airs.
Okay, that sounds fantastic. Sorry, someone was just calling me. I had to get that off. Always a pleasure, lady. You trip me out, and I'll keep sending you memes at like 3 a.m.
Yes, thank you so much, Adam.
Thank you, Katie Black. You're amazing. Thank you, love.
I love you.